Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business. And the way that these videos work is that they follow the exact same structure every single day. I start with some questions from the audience, which means that you can ask your question below this video and then I'll answer it in tomorrow's video. And then we get a pretty cool feedback loop of you having questions that I can answer to help you so that I get feedback from my audience. We engagement hack the algorithm so that more people hopefully get to watch this series. I haven't shared it on any of my main social platforms, so all of the growth that you've seen is completely organic, which is dope to follow along. And yeah, hopefully I can just help some more people. Then we do business stats. This is me fully transparent, showing you every single number inside of my business. Then I walk you through my to-do list and the stuff that I did today, and then we do a live strategy session of basically just me brainstorming my business on how the hell I'm getting to my goal of $1 million a year in personal profit while only taking calls 3 days a week and keeping my margins above 85% in profit. So that is the framework for these videos. And yeah, we'll just kick it off with the comments. This is on my daily updated channel, which is the one you're watching right now. So I scroll all the way down to the bottom. And then we have a question from QP here. Thanks for being here every day, man. Thank you, bro. You're seriously giving away so much value. I appreciate that, bro. Did you ever have imposter syndrome and feel difficulty when it came to believing in your abilities and your capability to deliver results for clients? Yes. Oh my god, bro. If I had a penny for every time I felt doubt or uncomfortable, or if the feeling of certainty like sneaked up upon me, then wow, I would have a lot of money. No, I think that feeling never goes away, bro. I promise you, it never really does. The way that I see it and the way that I try to imagine it is, it's like a muscle that you train. And the way that you train it is when you go to the gym and work out your bicep is that you do repetitions and then it rests and then you fuel it and then you do it again, right? And then it grows stronger and bigger. And it's the same thing with the feeling of imposter syndrome. It's, for example, when I think your imposter syndrome comes like from trying new things, right? I've never delivered Facebook ads before for a client. Can I do it? Will it work? Then you're uncertain, and then that like will reflect in your sales call ability and these things, right? But you realize that it's a skill you train in every aspect of life, right? The first time you went to the gym, you were very nervous. It was the first time you were there. You didn't know how the machines worked. You didn't know how to go about it. But then you consistently showed up, and then you became better and better, right? The same thing, for example, when I've studied in the US and I played soccer on a scholarship. I'm from Denmark, so I studied abroad before starting my business. That was an extremely uncomfortable experience, but it went super well, and I got some amazing friends and had 4 amazing months in the US, right? And then I started my business, which was uncomfortable, and that became a good experience of like, this is extremely scary, but it turned out pretty well. So, and then you like, those are like major experiences, but then we have like small experiences of like, I've never done a cold call before. Then you do the cold call, and then it didn't kill you, right? So it's like a muscle you train of you being uncomfortable, so you get better at handling the feeling of being uncomfortable. So I think, bro, to answer your question a little bit more specific, yes, I've had it. I still have it to this day. But over time, you get the proof of concept to yourself that you are the guy that you tell yourself you are. And you also see recurring things and recurring elements in your service delivery that translates into your confidence, the fact that you can deliver this thing for your clients. And then I think I only set expectations and I give promises that I can keep and over deliver. So I never feel an imposter syndrome of like, oh my god, can I deliver this result to the client that I promised, right? And if so, how do you change your view to overcome self-doubt and keep moving forward to grow your business? I think I use the feeling of being a little bit uncomfortable. I see it as a sign of growth. I see it as a sign of me moving in the right direction, because growth typically happens after periods of uncertainty and feeling like you don't know the answer, because it means that you are expanding beyond your horizon, kinda, if that makes sense, right? It's like you have this like circle, and then like when you try to break past this, you don't you don't know what's out here, right? And that's very weird and kind of uncomfortable. So, but when you operate inside of the circle, it's familiar, right? You know what you're doing. Everything is fine, but you want the whole goal of life, right? Is to expand your circle and like to keep growing bigger and stronger and faster and smarter, and you only do that when you break past these levels right here, right? So I know that when I'm out here, I'm learning a lot of stuff, and that to me is a sign of moving in the right direction. So I actually see it as a pretty healthy thing. Of course, there are levels to this, right? You don't want to constantly be in a state of stress and uncertainty. You want to like move out of it and then get comfortable there and then move again, right? So like, for example, when I check out the growth of my businesses, typically the growth, let me find some empty spot here. Typically the growth looks like this, right? So it's exponential, then it's like this, or a little bit down, then exponential, then here, little, here, up. So you realize that there are these like jumps right here, right? And they only happen after periods of basically sustaining. So for example, if we were to put numbers on this, right, it's like, for example, like you do 10K a month, right? And then you break past that ceiling to 20K a month, and then you sustain it. You figure out how it is being a business owner that does 20K a month. You pay attention to the increase in volume of clients. You maybe you charge clients more, which means that you have a larger responsibility, or it's a different deliverable. Maybe you hire a team member, maybe you focus more on personal branding, and you get used to being at 20K, right? And then you do all of the right things, you're at 20K, and then you keep moving the needle forward, and suddenly you make the jump to, let's say, 50K. And then sometimes it can also even go a little bit down, right? Because you weren't totally ready for making 50K yet, so maybe you drop down to 40, 35, but then you learn to adapt to this level, and then you make the next move, right? So it's very, very normal. There's no business that is going like this, right? It typically happens like this, and then even with like periods of going down or sideways even more. But it's typically here where it's uncomfortable, right? Where it's growing, and then you have to adapt to it, and then yeah, that's kind of how I see it. It's kind of a long answer, bro, but it's a really good question, because I think I can tell all of you that watches this channel, it's not a lot of people, but I can tell you all the strategy in the world. But if you don't have the mindset, and if you don't take action, then there's not really any strategy that is nice, right? The strategy doesn't matter if you don't put any work into it. So I can give you the best possible strategy to run a consulting business, but if your mind is telling you that you're not good enough, and we have to stay in the comfort zone, and imposter syndrome, and I can't do this, I need to do X, Y, Z before I can move on, then you'll never move, right? So I think it was a very good question, bro. I really appreciate it, and hopefully people can break through that barrier, because I promise you it won't kill you. It's healthy. It's very, very healthy. Volume too low, mate. Can't hear shit. I fixed it, bro. I turned up my audio. Let me know if it works now. I'm not the best. I'm not the most technical guy, but hopefully it worked. Hey, brother, love your videos. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, Daniel. I'm turning 17 in about 2 months. 16 years old. That's crazy, bro. And I want to start a coaching or info product business. If you are, bro, then I haven't read the entire question, but let me show you. This is my client Liam. He's doing 50K a month, and he's 16. He came to me. I've worked with Liam for 1.5 years. He came to me when he was 15, and he was doing 2K a month. So bro, watch his videos, and then he's amazing. He's so talented. He's a very good guy. I wanted to ask if it seems realistic to do that, to get into coaching and info, because I have some crazy knowledge in the mindset space. That's very good, bro. I have very good knowledge in self-development, the fitness space, and I'm good at sales. I'm working on some systems and plans right now. I just want to ask how you go about this, because obviously my age is a big factor. I'm thinking about starting faceless and low ticket, and slowly scaling the proof and offers to then go with my face and begin with high ticket. I think, bro, coaching and consulting should never be faceless unless you have insane proof of concept and it's more like an educational company. Because, bro, the thing that differentiates you in this case is probably your age, right? Like Liam, I've told the guy to just own it, like, because he was also afraid about his age, but just own it. You know, there's only one you, and in Liam's case, what makes him unique from the rest of the market is, of course, he's very good at what he does, but he's 16. So there's also something there that like that you can relate that one thing that is special about you to your personality and your business, right? So I think, bro, I think you can definitely get going. Embrace, embrace it, and definitely show your face. I wouldn't unnecessarily start low ticket. I think a lot of people they're like, I haven't done this before. I should charge a little amount. I wouldn't go about that. I think when you say low ticket, I'm imagining like 100, 200, 300. In my opinion, bro, just like start with 6, 7, 800 to get the first few people in, get feedback, and then raise price, right? Because right now, bro, for you, case studies and feedback from the market, proof of concept, is a lot more worth than $700, you know. So focus on the good cases and the good story, and just like more content output. I would recommend that, bro. I think self-development and mindset at 17, I think a lot of people would be like, what does this guy know about life? But I think with the right target audience, bro, you're good to go. So maybe help people similar to your age break past the thoughts that they have, and because it seems like you got stuff sorted out, and there's definitely people that want to follow along. I haven't seen your content. I don't know how broad and viral it is, but if you've gained some followers, there's definitely something there. So I think, bro, start with your face. Don't go faceless. I think a coaching business, bro, is something you should start if you want to do it long term. It is something you should start if you're passionate about helping others. It is not something you should start if it's a cash grab. So put your face on it, bro, so that you're proud of it, so that it symbolizes you, because that is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And really good job here, bro. And I think, bro, just hopefully you can post the reels on IG that is in relation to the thing that you help people with, fitness, mindset, self-development, so that you get the right people in, so that you can actually also sell them something and help them. Not so much sell them, but serve them, right? Bro, you're really inspiring. I saw one of your videos 2 days ago, and you're already my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much, bro, and I appreciate you looking up to me. I really appreciate that, bro. Hopefully my answer here made sense. It was a lot of info, but hopefully, bro, you can show your face, stay consistent, get a few people in and get good cases, and then just like build the proof. And then just like pay attention to what kind of people you want to serve, so that you get the right people in. Maybe people your age would be cool. And you can test this out, bro. And then if you feel like you need some more business or experience, then just develop your sales skills even more. Maybe get a closer or setter job to like build that resume and some cash flow while you document your mindset and self-development journey. I think a lot of people they think that they like that the first business that they start is their dream business, right? I think sometimes you just have to take some short-term cash and some short-term opportunities in order for you to fuel your long-term growth and the thing that you really want to do, right? I knew that when I started my agency that it wasn't like my dream business, but I knew that it would give me the skill set, the network, the connections, and the cash flow to start my coaching business, right? Because I always knew that I wanted to get into coaching and mentorship. I knew that ever since I bought my first program. I was like having a program gotta be the coolest thing in the world, you know? Like imagine that the person that I bought from, that I was him, you know, that people would look up to me and follow my footsteps and listen to me, like that would be the coolest thing. But I also knew that I had to have something that I've done, like a resume, some achievements and a skill that I could teach others. So that's why I started the agency, you know. So sometimes, bro, just like pick your battles, kinda, and pick your seasons of business, kinda. Glad it went through. Thank you, bro. I hope that the question made sense. If not, just let me know if you have follow-up questions, and then that's what this channel is for, right? So very good. Let's find the. We've drawn quite a few things so far on this daily updates board, which is dope. So the next thing is that we're gonna cover is business stats. So we'll go into the business stats here, then we will duplicate, and then we'll check out first of all how many subs that we have here on the daily updates, 93, and then we'll check out the main channel here to see how growth is going. It's loading a little bit, not the best internet. 6171. Nice. And IG 2992. Daily updates 93. 93, right? Am I tripping? I'm true. Nice. So let's go into business stats. Yesterday 0, 0, 0, 0. Didn't make any money, didn't spend any money, so basically a 0 day, which is completely fine. If it's your first time here, I'm not too focused on client acquisition, so it's kind of boring following my cash collected and revenue because I'm doing no acquisition. I think growth is looking fine. You can kind of see like percentage wise we are dropping, but if we also go to my main channel and we see analytics, we can also see that over like the last views, you can see that we're kind of like dropping off, right? So like around here to like the 18th of May, you can see that we were also 30, 33, 48. So yeah, that's just how it is. I think I haven't been good enough at staying consistent with the main channel. I've been having a little bit of imposter syndrome after having some videos that perform pretty well, No, I've just it's all right. I think watch time I'm pretty happy with, like passively getting 40 hours of watch time every single day. Like that's insanely high leverage, which is very dope. And yeah, I think I've spoken about this before as well. But on this channel, it's also cool to see the watch time like really coming along. You know, like yesterday, for example, 8 hours of watch time on a brand new channel. And especially also when you see views, right? So like here we had like the highest day of views, and then on Monday, so like Saturday, Monday, but the watch time is even the same, right? So here we had 3x the amount of views than this day, but here we still have watch time. So this means that I think we're getting the right people onto the channel, which is cool, people that actually want to watch. And I think the right viewers is always more important than many viewers, right? To-do list today, I actually had some calls. I'm on family vacation, but I had some calls because we've gotten some new agency clients. If you don't know, I have a done for you agency where I have 2 partners that operate some clients. So I basically implement and we run the system that I teach to my mentorship clients. So instead of me consulting people, we actually set it up for them. So we've had 2 new clients this month, which is super cool. But there's also some extra work involved when you onboard it done for you. The heavy lifting is in the first few months, and then when systems and everything is in check, the workload kind of slows a little bit down. So that's just how it is, and I had to sort that out. Again, your business doesn't really care about you being on vacation, but at the same time, I really enjoy my work, so it's also a nice break throughout the day of just like, you can't fucking tan forever, right? Tomorrow I have call to do. It's Wednesday, so it's client day. Today I just did answer my clients in Slack. Didn't really check social media or anything today. It's been a pretty chill day. Business strategy, nothing too crazy today. Yesterday we did a 30 minutes, and today also 18 minutes here was because of some good questions. I kind of ran you through strategy a little too early, which I just wanted to show you my reflection about like the channel analytics here in terms of watch hours and input, and how it's pretty exponential, right? Like right now this channel is getting 100 views per day, which is like pretty solid, right? If you consider that we've only uploaded like 3 weeks now, and as you can see, like it's some pretty decent growth, right? Like percentage. Of course, it's too new to take any decision, but for example, since starting this series, I've grown almost 900 subs on YouTube on my main channel, which is pretty dope. So it's nice to see that the social channels are running a little bit up. That is it for today, people. I really appreciate you watching this video. I'll see you tomorrow, of course, right? We keep the streak.